Why silence feels worse than bad news. Let me ask you something. Would you rather hear bad news or hear nothing at all? Bad news hurts, but at least you know where you stand. Silence? Silence keeps you guessing, and guessing drains more energy than losing. Think about your phone. You send a message, you see it delivered, blue text, no reply. You don't move on, your body stays still, but your mind doesn't. It starts working overtime. Did I say something wrong? Are they busy? Are they avoiding me? Should I follow up? Now imagine they reply with bad news instead. Can't do it, not interested, let's talk later. It stings, but the loop closes. Bad news ends the question, silence keeps it open. Now zoom out. This isn't just about messages. Look at work. If your manager says this isn't working, it's uncomfortable, but it's clear. You know what to fix, you know where you stand, you know what tomorrow looks like. But when there's no feedback, no direction, and no signal, you don't relax, you replay. Silence doesn't calm people, silence makes people scan for meaning. Now think about the end of a normal week. It's Friday. You leave work late, you stop at the grocery store on the way home. Quiet aisles, half-lit doors. No conversations worth overhearing. Nothing is wrong, but nothing feels finished either. You rush home anyway, no messages waiting, no calls, no updates. Not bad news, just nothing. Here's what most people miss. Bad news creates movement, people react, people talk, people adjust. Silence creates tension with no outlet, nothing to respond to, nothing to push against, nothing to resolve. So attention stays switched on, but action shuts down. You see this everywhere. No updates, no announcements, no clear story. And what happens? People don't stop checking. They check more. Refresh, scroll, refresh again. Not because they're hopeful, because they're unsettled. Bad news gives the mind a shape. Silence gives it an empty room. And the mind hates empty rooms. So it fills them with speculation, with worry, with imagined outcomes. That's why silence feels heavier than bad news. Not because it's worse, but because it removes reference points. You don't know what's happening, so you don't know how to position yourself. And when you don't know how to position yourself, confidence leaks, slowly, quietly. This is where people think they're being patient. But what's really happening is tension being held with no release. That's exhausting. Bad news lets you respond. Silence forces you to wait. And waiting without feedback is one of the hardest psychological states there is. So if things feel tense right now, if the quiet feels louder than usual, if nothing looks wrong but nothing feels settled, don't confuse silence with stability. Bad news speaks, silence watches. And for most people, being watched by nothing is what drains focus, long before anything actually breaks.